not want to be here.
I know. So you've told me 1,000 times. Just humor me, okay? I want you to hear the story from Stuart. Stuart, you in here? Stuart?
Oh. Hi. Sure looks a lot better in here without that yellow tape picture on the floor. That was really scary. Hi. I'm glad you're here. I wanted to see you again. I didn't think you'd like it.
Camille and I came to ask you about Joy.
It's really amazing how much you look like her. No wonder
I'd
Adam
really appreciate it if you could just tell me about my mother.
Well, yeah, she looked just like you. She was really
what
beautiful.
happened to her?
I can't. I promised.
Who did you promise?
Adam and Joy. It's okay, Stuart. You can tell Camille what happened. I wanted to know everything.
Of course, with you here, I'm sure we'll get full disclosure.
I was sure Tad would bring you to Stuart to get that.
So you came by to make sure he sticks to the script?
I know you don't trust me. I don't blame you. My reputation precedes me, but Stuart's his own man. Appearances aside, we're nothing alike. Stuart, please tell him.
It's all right, Stuart. We need to know about the way Joy died.
But she didn't die.
My mother is dead.
Oh, I am so sorry. I honestly didn't know that.
You know she was buried in the cemetery on Hickory Hill.
No, she wasn't.
Are you trying to be cruel?
Camille, we buried a coffin, but Joy wasn't in it. It was full of sand. I was there the whole time. I was there when she got in the coffin. I was there when she got out. I was there later.
Stuart, why would Joy intentionally climb into a coffin?
Adam? Go on, tell them. Well, it was pretty scary what we did. But she had to do it, so that's why she got in the coffin, so everybody would think she was dead.
Why did they have to think that?
So she'd be safe.
From what?
Joy got so sad. She kept saying that there was something really precious that she had to leave behind, and things are never going to be right again. I didn't know what she meant. Not then. But you were what she couldn't stand to leave behind. But she had to do it, though. She said because that's the only way they would be safe. And by they, she meant you and the people who raised you.
My aunt.
Yeah. Oh, that's why she got so sad about the flowers.
What flowers?
I brought some flowers for the casket. They were camellias. And she cried, and she said they were her favorite flower, that they were the most beautiful flowers God ever made. But Camille, you're more beautiful than any flower. Even the prettiest one that God ever made. After Lee saw her and went away, I got Joy out of the coffin, and after she got to feeling better, I took her down to the bus depot. Adam and I didn't have much money, but we gave her all we had so she could get away.
Do you have any idea where she was headed?
No, she was afraid to tell anybody. Because Lee, well, he wasn't very nice.
Oh, you knew him well?
Oh, well, no. But I just know what I saw.
What did you see?
Well, the carnival was in town, and I was out behind the trailers picking some wildflowers, and I saw a man hit a woman real hard. It was them, poor Joy.
Stuart, what did you do?
Well, sometimes people don't understand when I try to do something, so I went and got Adam.
What did he do?
He hit him. He hit him harder than anybody's ever hit anybody in the whole world. But that didn't stop him, though. I mean, didn't stop him from beating up on Joy. I don't like to speak ill of anyone. But your daddy was mean to the bone.
I expected you to say that.
Well, it's the truth, all the same. Camille, I'm sorry that Lee couldn't change. I'm sorry. But, Joy could melt anyone's heart if they give her a chance. But Lee was just... he was just Lee. Honey, she had to run away. She had to save herself.
Adam. Let her go.
I had to go over to Ted's house and talk to her. No, Adam. All those things we said about her daddy must be hard on her. She needs some time alone. You're right. Did you see her face when you were talking? Her eyes? All her life, she's tried to piece a world together in her mind. She had her hero, and even more to the point, she had her villain. And we've just torn that all apart. I wish there was something I could do to make Joy understand. You mean Camille? You said Joy, you mean make Camille understand? Of course. What if Joy was still out there, alive? Still afraid that Lee might come after her? We had to try to find her and tell her so she and Camille could be together again. Stuart, that's the first order of business.
Hello, darling. Riddle me this. What do April showers bring? Spring flowers. It's a glorious time of year and the world is in full bloom, so I thought I would bring you these as a token of my appreciation for your unbridled enthusiasm and your lust for life. What's the matter, darling? Cat cut your tongue, hmm? Well, how about a little kiss in exchange for a flower, hmm?
How about a fat lip?
Adam!
Your worst nightmare in the flesh.
Dad, are you home? Oh, sorry. I'll come back later.
No, Stuart. It's all right. Come back.
What do you want?
I didn't mean to bust in on you.
No. It's all right.
I was going to ring the bell, but
Hey, it's okay. Seriously, come on in. What's up?
But it's just that I hate saying bad things about anybody, and especially if the anybody is somebody's daddy. And I said some bad things about your daddy today, and I hope you can forgive me.
It's all right, Stuart. I figured Adam had coerced you into backing his story. I know my daddy didn't beat my mama.
Well, Camille, your daddy did beat your mama. No words can change that.
But I don't get it. What are you sorry for?
Well, you. I know it really hurts hearing bad things about someone you love, and I was hoping I could make it up to you.
How?
By trying to find your mama. I'm sure Joy is out there somewhere, missing you. We could hire some private detectives, and they could find...
Adam put you up to this, didn't he? Send Camille on a wild goose chase. An endless search for a mother who doesn't exist would buy Adam plenty of time to cover his bloody tracks.
Camille, no. Adam doesn't even know I'm here. This was my idea. I just want to help the hurt stop hurting, that's all.
You're a liar, just like your brother. You know he murdered my mother, and you are covering up for him. That makes you just as bad as he is.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. You're wrong about me. And you're wrong about Adam, too.
Do you believe the nerve?
No. I certainly don't. You just stepped way over the line.
You should have told me you're not Stuart.
Who could get a word in? The world is in bloom, and all the flowers are alive in its spring.
Adam! Oh, that's disgusting. I picked those flowers for Stuart.
Well, no shrinking violet you, eh, Marian? So, flowers and kisses? What's next? My poor brother, stuffed and trussed like the Christmas turkey for you to consume?
My dining habits are of no concern of yours.
Your menu is...
Oh, yeah, really? Well, if you were a gentleman like your brother is, you wouldn't stick your nose in where it doesn't belong.
If you were a halfway decent human being, you wouldn't try to take advantage of my poor brother Stuart.
Oh, poor brother Stuart. Poor Stuart is not the only tune that you know. He is not the defenseless soul that you make him out to be, Adam. He's perfectly capable of fending for himself.
Oh, until he got caught in your web. The Marian Colby, the libidinous, merry widow, poised to devour yet another mate over my dead body.
He doesn't need your protection, Adam. He's a strong, virile man.
Don't you dare presume to tell me about my brother.
Well, it's time somebody spoke up, isn't it? Because there's a lot more to Stuart Chandler than you or anybody else realizes. And that sweet smile and those argyle sweaters conceal the heart of a lion. And if he ever lacks any confidence, it's only because he has an overbearing brute for a brother.
Thank you, Dr. Ruth.
I mean, every time he tries to stray out of your shadow, you just yank him right back on the leash. Don't you, Adam? Are you so selfish that you would deny your brother a little patch of happiness to call his own? Are you?
Happiness is not a thing called Marian. You are nothing but a cloying, self-absorbed, vodka-guzzling shrew. And if you dare to touch my brother again, I swear you'll rue the day you were born.
Don't you dare speak to my mother that way. Are you all right? Did he hurt you?
That's not possible. Marian's not flesh and blood. She's all scales, teeth, and claws.
What happened?
He thinks that I regard Stuart merely as a midnight snack. That's what happened.
I'm sure you put her up to it to get back at me.
You know, it may surprise you, Adam, but plotting revenge against you is not my mission in life. I would think that living with yourself is torture enough.
Oh, brava, darling, brava!
Your money and your overblown ego do not give you carte blanche to ruin people's lives. And I think that Stuart is more than capable of figuring out who he wants to see.
Oh, Liza, does it mean I have your blessing? But
Shut up, Mother. This is not about you. This is about a man who cannot tolerate having anybody have a life outside of him. His ex-wife, his twin brother. Why is that, Adam? Are you so scared that Stuart actually might carve out a little piece of life for himself that there wouldn't be anybody else left in your life to dominate?
point well scored, my darling. Now, shall we leave him alone to lick his wounds?
No, you go ahead, Mother. I have something to say to Adam that's not fit for your delicate ears.
All right, my darling, I'll catch up with you later.
Okay.
And would that I were a fly on the wall.
Where's a fly swatter when you need one? Well, what are you waiting for? Have at me.
This may come as a surprise to you, but I agree with you about my mother. I don't want her seeing your brother any more than you do.
You don't?
No. Whatever her intentions, she would only end up hurting Stuart, and that is unacceptable.
You're actually agreeing with me.
Well, there's a first time for everything, isn't there?
Why didn't you mention this to Marian instead of taking pot shots at me?
Because you don't get to abuse my mother. You don't get to threaten my mother. That's my job. And if you hurt my mother, verbally or physically, I will embed this in your neck. Think fast.
Oh, Donna, you may be the proudest mother in the entire world.
Down.
I mean, coming to my defense that way and what you said about Stuart making his own choices, I assume that you may have changed your mind.
Mother, I did not change my mind. And this is your final warning. Stay away from Stuart.
Adam, you're back. I went to see Camille. It didn't do any good, though. She still hates you because she thinks you killed her mama. Adam, did you hear what I said? Yes. To know me is to hate me. Huh. Something's happened. What? No. No, Stuart, nothing happened. Nothing at all. Stuart, it's all right. I left the lights on out front for you. Well, no, that's not what I was going to say. You're really upset about something, aren't you? You think you can read my mind? I know I can. Is it about Joy and Camille? Or Liza, the divorce? I know you still love her. No, it was none of those things. Well, then what is it? You asked me before if anything happened after you left, and I said no, I was lying. Marian Colby came by. Marian? Well, did she seem happy or sad? I probably should call her. No, is it too late? Do you think it's too late? Nah, it's not too late. I'm going to call her. Stuart. What? This thing between you and Marian. It just can't happen.
You really should try dabbing on the perfume, Mother. Less is more.
I didn't come here for any more of your sarcasm, Liza.
Well, I'm busy.
Really? Too bad.
Oh, you're spoiling for a confrontation. All right. I'm not changing my mind about Stuart. There, now it's your turn.
How dare you?
I dare because the world is full of men that you can conquer. Leave Stuart alone.
I will not be given orders by my daughter.
Mother, I am not going to let you take advantage of a sweet, guileless man because you're a sex addict.
How can you say that to me? Your own mother. My God, I made a big mistake by never paddling your behind when you were a little girl. But you're not too old to start now. So you listen to me and you listen good, or so help me God, I will slap you silly.
Why do you think Marian and I can't happen? Besides which, we already happened. But I'm not talking about your night of mistaken involvement. I'm talking about the future. Stuart, are you listening to me? I just love art. I love art, too. No, I mean, really love it. You know why? Stuart, I'm talking about the real world here. Because art is creating what wasn't there a minute ago. It's the freest, the most boundary-less world we can live in. And artists can put things together that would never go together naturally, and they look just great. And he can put something where it doesn't belong. And it looks completely different, and everything around it looks different. Juxtaposition. Well, yeah, that too. Did you know that they hung a snow shovel in the Museum of Modern Art in New York City, and it looked just great? It was a snow shovel hanging on the wall with the Pollocks and the Rothkos and the Lichtensteins, and all of a sudden, it was more than just a snow shovel. That's what's so great about art. It forces us to see things in ways we've never seen them before. Like me and Marian. Stuart, you have brilliant insight. But I'm just saying things the way I feel them. And that's wonderful. But art doesn't have feelings. Oh, sure it does. It comes from feelings and it produces feelings. Let me rephrase that. A snow shovel doesn't have feelings. Who knows? Maybe. And it certainly doesn't have a heart that can be broken. Well, the handle can be broken, or the metal split. But they can be repaired. No welder on earth can mend a broken heart. And what are you trying to say? Stuart, please, sit down. I want to talk about Marian. No kidding. You don't know Marian the way I do. You don't know Marian the way I do. Thank... No, don't get defensive. It's all right if you like her. Thanks. But you have to remember that you and Marian are really, really different.
Viva la difference. I saw that in a movie once.
This is serious, Stuart.
I know, I can tell by the way you're looking at me.
Marian is used to dabbling in... No, not dabbling in. Diving head first into all the pools of passion known to man. I like swimming. Yeah. She goes from one pool to another pool, and yet another, and another, and another. She usually ends up oceans away from where she started. She must be a strong swimmer. She has immense appetites. Yeah, well, all that diving and swimming must be really good exercise, because she's also got a really great figure. She also has insatiable cravings for stimulating diversions.
Well, everybody needs a hobby.
Maybe I better go about this a different way. Stuart, you're a wonderful, kind, gentle man who surrounds himself with art and appreciates people. Marian is calibrated on a more primitive scale. Huh? She chews people up and spits them out, Stuart. She's like a giant farm machine that plows up the ground, sucks up all the nutrients, and then rolls on, leaving nothing but depleted fields behind. Whoa. What else can you expect her to do but crush your bones and break your heart?
Your carnal desires are legendary, Mother, and I'm not going to let you get away with it. I'm going to call your therapist.
Liza!
You need a session, Mother.
What
now.
I need is a daughter who will listen to her mother without making snide remarks.
All right, fine. Sit down and just tell me why you're really after Stuart.
You know, I have grown so used to your hurtful attacks on my character, Liza, that I barely notice them anymore. But when you suggest that I have anything but the loftiest of motives where Stuart Chandler is concerned, you have crossed the line.
Mother, give me a break.
I truly and sincerely respect Stuart. And he's by far the best lover I've ever had in my entire life.
Please. You set your man-eating, all-encompassing whatever on this vulnerable and defenseless man. It was like leading the lamb into the lion's den. It was cruel. It's obscene. It's conscienceless.
You know, Liza, that Stuart offered to make me a cup of tea.
Mother, Stuart has made me hundreds of cups of tea. He knows I like orange pico with milk and no sugar. I didn't go to bed with him.
Orange pico, that's divine.
Mother, stop it. When Stuart talks about love, he means eternal devotion. He's not the kind of guy that when you wake up in the morning, you say, "What's your name again?"
Liza, something has happened to me, okay? Would you please try to understand that?
I do understand, Mother. You had hot sex with him, and now you want him because... Well, you want him because... It's more than sex. It's... This just gets worse and worse.
You're wrong about Marian. She would never hurt me. She wouldn't mean to, Stuart, but she would just the same. No, she wouldn't. And she's not some kind of a farm machine either. All right, bad image. Try tornado. She whirls into town, tearing things up, scattering lives, creating chaos. It's interesting to watch for a while. But it is frightening and it's deadly and it just goes on and on and on from town to town to town to town to town. You never know it's going to come back, and God help you if it does. You need a nap. What? You're getting all weird and excited about a really nice lady. Stuart, Marian is neither a nice or a lady. Yes, she is. Stuart, you haven't known as many people as I have. I don't have to. I can tell what kind of a person is just by looking them in the eye. I was hoping that I could protect you from people like Marian in your life. There's no way she can understand you the way I do. She can't appreciate you as you deserve to be appreciated. She appreciated me plenty. What about
day to day. Marian likes martinis, not lemonade. You think she's going to give up her nightclubs to curl up with a good book and a cup of hot cocoa? And maybe help you hang your latest watercolor sunset in the gallery? What are the odds of that?
This isn't about lemonade or hot cocoa, is it? It's about you don't think I'm smart enough for Marian.
Stuart, I'm not thinking that or saying that. No. Marian doesn't deserve you.
You think that magic night we spent together was just because she thought I was you? You don't think I'm good enough for her?
Stuart, you're too good for her. Stuart, think about Cindy. You loved her. She loved you. You were happy together.
That's not fair. You know I was happiest with Cindy.
Is Marian anything at all like Cindy? You and Cindy were alike. You thought alike. You had the same dreams, the same principles. You didn't have to pretend you were somebody else. For Cindy, she loved you for the wonderful man that you are. You know that's the way it was, wasn't it? Just trying to look out for you. You need a lift home?
No, I got some stuff to do here.
Yeah, okay. Good night.
Even before I knew his true identity, no man has ever made me feel the way I felt that night, not one.
No, please don't tell me.
Stuart is so sweet and gentle, and when I look into his eyes, I feel whole. And there's no place on earth I'd rather be than in his arms. Thank you. You know, I like him, Liza. I mean, I really like him. And he likes me. I mean, he doesn't look at me as if I were like some kind of sexual object or someone just to keep his mattress warm. I mean, I'm a real person to Stuart.
Mother, you haven't been with a decent, kind, unselfish man since Daddy. Stuart is not the kind of man you can hang on your trophy wall. Stuart is special.
Well, of course, he is special. In every possible way.
Mother, I'm not talking about that.
I am not talking about that, Liza, for God's sake. I haven't segued back into high school and it's talking about some crush on a football player. I will not be treated like a teenager.
Well, then don't behave like one. You know, Stuart is not the football captain. He is the most sincere man that you've been with since Daddy.
All right, so what's that got to do with this?
Because you don't do sincere. You do mean and conniving and lecherous and slick. You hurt anybody who is vulnerable and trusting.
I mean, you really think that I would hurt Stuart?
You could. Would. And probably have already.
That's the cruelest thing you could possibly say to me at this time.
Well, maybe it's something you needed to hear.
The last thing in the world I would ever want to do is hurt Stuart.
Right. Okay.
Look, I am not a barracuda, Liza, and I'm sick and tired of everyone treating me as if I were.
Mother, is this about some image transformation? You're going to parade Stuart around and everybody's going to see how reformed you are?
You know, of all the people in the entire world, I thought that you would be the one who could see beyond my past. But apparently you can't.
Mother. Mom. Mom. Is it possible?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm sorry to drop by so late.
Well, I was just ready to shut everything down.
Oh, I came by earlier, but you weren't here.
Oh yeah, I was out. Did you need something?
Well, I just thought maybe, we could talk.
Is there something you want to talk about?
I'm sorry, do you have other plans, Stuart, or?
No, not yet.
Oh, well, that's great. Why don't we have a latte or something?
What's a latte?
Oh, come on, Stuart. You know what a latte is. I mean...
No, I wouldn't have asked if I knew. There's a lot of stuff that I'm not up on.
Oh, look, I'm sorry. I mean, there's no reason, for you to know what a latte is. I mean, it's just, it's milk and coffee, It's a stupid, yuppie fad. And you probably wouldn't have liked it anyway.
Well, yeah, probably not.
Well, I do hope we could maybe get together some other time, huh?
Yeah. Maybe.
Well, I better be going. It's late.
Okay. Good night.
Well, good night.
Good night.
It's late. What are you doing here?
Yeah, it's awfully nice to see you, too. I wanted to thank you for derailing Marian. She's the last thing Stuart needs in his life right now.
I'm not so sure.
You actually think they should get together?
I don't know.
What's come over you? She'd eat him alive, and you know it.
No. No, I don't.
Marian's brainwashed you, hasn't she?
No, you don't tell me how I feel. Nobody tells me how I feel, least of all you. At least not anymore. Now, if you don't mind, I'm busy.
Good night, then.
Yeah.
Is Stuart here yet?
And good afternoon to you, too, Adam.
I'm here for the ceremony honoring the volunteers.
Well, that's taking place in the trustees' room, but you have an hour.
How's Mateo?
He's doing well.
Is he in his room?
Haley's in there.
Yeah, I'll stop by there first.
Well, I'll call you if I see Stuart.
Thank you, Ruth.
Well, if it isn't just the megalomaniac I'm looking for.
Let go of me.
All right, have it your way. You got a minute for a chat?
No, call the office.
And what? Request an audience?
Don't you have a job?
Hello, son.
Hi, Ma. I'm sorry. Just give me a second.
You must be so proud.
Adam, please.
Is this about that broken-down car of yours?
It wasn't broken until you pulled us off the road.
Well, send me a bill.
It's in the mail. In the meantime, give me 5 minutes.
I don't have 5 seconds. I don't have time for you. Do you understand what that means? I don't have time.
Come over
Are you
here just for a
insane?
second. Yes, I must be. It's the only reason I can come up with as to why I should care whether or not you check out.
You are a flea. You understand? An insignificant little flea buzzing
And you
around
are
my
on a
life,
collision
and I-
course for a major accident. So would you just do me a favor and shut the hell up just for a second? Because I got better things to do than to chase you all over Pine Valley. I am trying to warn you. I think Camille is spun out.
What's wrong?
You are. You're what's wrong. That and the fact she keeps hitting walls all over town. Nobody's on her side anymore. Not me, not Stuart, not Jack. I'm afraid that she's starting to feel like everything is slipping away. And she's going to go over the edge and she's going to take you with her.
The elusive Camille. Have you dematerialized for my pure joy and amusement?
Miss Colby, I need to speak with you.
Well, make an appointment with Iris. I'm sure that must be in your Phantom in the Night handbook.
I can see why you married him.
Him? Adam him?
Yes, you both have the same condescending air.
Well, I take exception to people who try to drive my husband crazy.
Ex-husband.
Yeah, that's right. You were at the courthouse, weren't you? Really liven things up a bit. Why don't you do me a favor? Go bother somebody else.
I need your help.
Why? Is Tad on strike?
Something like that. I didn't know where else to go.
Well, I tell you what, why don't I give you a long list of Adam's enemies?
We both know he's a monster.
Right, and up until that day at the courthouse, he was my monster.
I saved your life.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't say thank you.
Why'd you divorce him?
Why do geese fly south? It gets cold.
He's rich. He's powerful. He made you fall in love with him, didn't he? You knew he was trouble, but Adam made you the center of his universe until suddenly one day, for whatever reason, you weren't anymore. But he made you think it was your fault, your problem, your betrayal. And if you're really honest with yourself, you'll admit there were times when you were as afraid of him as you have ever been of another human being. Have you ever wondered just how far he could be pushed? How far he'd go? Adam Chandler killed my mother. I have proof. He's gotten away with it for over 20 years. Won't you help me bring him to justice?
Look, why don't you calm down and sit down and state your case?
Adam Chandler is a cold...
Wait a minute. We were talking about your mother. Why don't you tell me about her?
Well, she and my father were with the carnival, and they spent part of a summer in Pigeon Hollow, West Virginia.
And her Adam?
Yes, he was obsessed with her. He wouldn't leave her alone, and when she tried to get him to stop, he beat her to death.
Was he arrested?
No.
Did he flee? Was there a case? Did the police question him?
I'm not sure.
Camille, where's your proof?
This... My father wrote it right before he died.
Interesting. Oh, why didn't he spout out about Adam sooner?
Adam Chandler became a very powerful man. My father couldn't bring him down.
And you think you can?
Yes. With the truth. With some help.
All right. If this is true, and this is a huge leap of faith, this is not proof. It's not even close, Camille.
Well, I'll get more.
And then you'll go to the police.
Come on, the DA's in Adam's pocket. He's bought off half the people in this town, and the other half are terrified of him. Your ex-husband is a murderer. He belongs behind bars for everybody's sake. You help me?
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? I'm not done with you yet. What I'm trying to do is warn you, because she swore to me she was going to make you pay, even if she had to take care of it herself.
I consider myself warned.
God, why do I bother?
Because you have no life.
No, because I don't want to see a beautiful woman throw her life away over a toadstool like you.
If she's that upset, why aren't you with her?
I can't find her. That's why I'm with you.
You're completely useless
And
then.
You are on your own. I've taken care of my part. I washed my hands. You just watch your back.
Dad,
Hey, Stuart. Stuart! Let me ask you something. How good are you at pounding some sense into your evil twin's head?
terrible. What's wrong?
Go ask your evil twin.
Adam, are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Ted said Dad's a blathering idiot who has nothing better to do than sound alarms for fires that don't exist. What are you doing in the hospital? Are you sick?
No, I'm here to see you.
There's a rumor you're being honored today. Oh, it's just for volunteering.
Oh, just for volunteering.
Stuart, you give these patients more than any doctor on staff. I read them stories and bring them juice.
And cheer them up and give them hope. Is that what you're wearing today?
Yeah. Oh, yeah? Isn't it okay? Don't I look okay?
Oh, you look fine. But I thought it's a big day. Maybe a suit and tie might be in order.
Well, I'm too late to go back and change. I'll call Winifred, have her send over one of my best suits. And then later we'll go out together. Celebrate. Just the two of us.
I like that.
I'm very proud of you, Stuart. You're a remarkable man.
You're just saying that.
I'm saying that because it's true.
Adam, why do you try so hard to hide?
Hide what?
The truth? That you're a nice man? And a very good brother? That's why I'm proud of you.
Darling, I'm sorry to drag you away from those little children.
Oh, don't be silly. They're more interested in those Barney Bear cartoons than me anyway. Listen, let's hit the cafeteria.
Maybe they serve dry martinis there?
No, they serve carrot juice.
Oh, Opal, I just feel sick.
Well, you want to sit down?
No, not that kind of sick. I mean heart sick.
Well, why? What's got you nuts?
Me, my life. I am just so tired of being a woman alone.
Oh, well, that's easily solved. You just open up your little black book. Hey, if that guy Josh at the health club is half as good at a forward pass as he is with a tennis
He is a
racket,
mere child, Opal.
Well, when's that ever stopped you?
Since I have been with a real man. And you know that I thought Liza was really coming around.
Around to what?
Around to my feelings about Stuart.
Oh, well, Marian, honey, I mean, you get those kinds of feelings on every day that ends in a Y.
Not that kind of a feeling, Opal.
Well, then, what other kind of feeling are you?
Listen, I am serious. This is really critical. I am totally becoming unglued here.
Oh, you mean those kinds of feelings?
Yes.
Holy moly.
Stuart brought me flowers. He even offered to make me a cup of tea.
You sure it wasn't love potion number 9?
You're not listening to me, Opal.
I am, honey. I'm all ears. This is just new ground.
Okay, well, Stuart is a sweet and wonderful man, but he has no interest in me.
Seems like he was pretty interested in you the night you had your pajama party.
Well, that was a one-night stand. And anyway, Adam hates me.
Well, Adam isn't the one that brought you the flowers.
No, but he's got a lot of influence over his brother. So it's all over before it began.
Why, 'cause Adam said so? Don't let that bozo rain on your parade.
You've inspired me,
Yeah,
Opal.
just march right on over there.
I will, and give him peace of my mind.
Or the spike of your 3-inch heel through his instep.
Right. Don't you dare utter one word to me.
Marian, I'm sorry. I won't bother you anymore.
Stuart? Oh, Stuart! Would you wait? I'm so sorry. Stuart!
You want me to avenge a murder that's 20 years old and your proof is a letter,
My father's word.
which is meaningless to me.
Fine. I'll do it on my own.
Well, wait, do what?
Whatever it takes. If you and the law won't help me.
Look, I don't know anything about Pigeon Hollow, but in these parts, vigilante justice went out with the horse and the buggy. So I suggest you put this behind you. You stay away from Adam.
Not until he suffers the way he made my mother suffer.
Adam is a manipulator. People are commodities. He buys and sells hearts and souls like they were stocks and bonds. Infuriating? Yes. Impossible? Yes. But he is attractive, he is consuming, and he is magnetic. People are drawn to him, Camille. The people who hate him and the people who will eventually hate him. But he would never, ever force himself on a woman under any circumstances. He would never raise his hand to somebody that he loved. And he would never, ever beat a human being to death. I am sorry about your mother. But if you harm one hair on that silver mane, I will track you down and I will serve you a lesson in vengeance that you will never forget.
Oh, Stuart, I'm so sorry. I thought that, in the suit.
You thought she thought I was Adam.
Yes, I did.
Just like you did that night.
I guess I have a terrible habit of believing the clothes do make the man. Well, I've got to tell you, you look very handsome, by the way.
Oh, thank you, thank you. You do too.
Thanks.
I mean, you look nice.
Thank you.
Pretty nice, really nice. And you have great hair. How does it do that?
Oh, Well, it just sort of does.
Don't you let her fool you, Stuart. We wouldn't believe what we girls go through before we even step 1 foot out the door.
Oh, you speak for yourself, darling. Well, actually, I do give it a lift and a curl, Stuart, to be honest. I do.
I like it. I like it. Pope said that art is nature to advantage dress.
The Pope said that?
Oh, no. I mean, Alexander Pope said that.
Oh, that Pope. Oh, that Pope. Yeah, of course. I'm not familiar with his work. Oh, by the way, who was it that wrote that one that goes, the daffodils wandering...
Lonely through a cloud.
Yes, that one.
That's Wordsworth. Wordsworth.
I love him.
Yeah, me too. Maybe we could get together some night and read poetry.
Well, I'm hardly an expert at it, but...
Oh, sure. That's okay. You don't have to.
No, I didn't mean I didn't want to do it.
I'm sorry. I have to go. They're giving a bunch of us an award. And it's... Bye, Ripple. Bye.
Goodbye, Stuart. Congratulations.
Well, that poor darling couldn't wait to escape, could he?
Honey, what kind of barroom bells are you used to?
Oh, I don't know, the kind that say, how about doing a few laps around a martini?
Yeah.
What's your sign, your room or mine? The garden variety type.
Stuart is a real gentleman.
Yes, darling, emphasis on the gentle, I know.
Okay, so he's a little bit shy, but what's your excuse? You ought to be in hot pursuit.
Well, I just don't think I should. I don't think it's not...
Not what? You have been in training for this race for your entire life. Now go, girl. Go grab his gusto and hold on tight.
All right, I will, thank you.
Right.
Stuart, wait up. I'm going to come with you.
Oh, well, Winifred, it's Liza. Is Adam there? Well, it's important. No, I'll catch up with him there.
You lied to me. You set me up.
Leave me alone.
You ruined me.
If you don't get out of my way, I will blow you into next week.
Oh, I don't think so. You are going to hear me out.
Oh, thank God, Stuart. I caught up with you. I want to see you get your award.
You do?
I only wish I'd brought you some flowers.
Daffodils?
Yes, rooms and rooms of daffodils.
You have a visitor in the main lobby. Dr. Kravitz.
Just a little one.
Oh, I would like you to be here.
If you're looking for Tad, he was by Matt Santos's room.
Who else is getting an award?
If you're hunting Adam down, I believe you have him in your sights.
Ladies first.
Oh, thank you.
Well, funny, we're not moving.
Push the button again.
Yeah. We're still not moving.
No. We're not, are we?
As much as I hate the idea, a restraining order might work for Camille.
Your concern is touching. Do it.
Well, I certainly have enough cause for a judge. I'll tell you what, Adam, I'll get back to you as soon as I've heard from the sheriff's department in Pigeon Hollow.
Stuart could corroborate everything I've told you. He was there for the whole thing. Well, now what?
Well, darling, the possibilities are endless.
I'll try the floor again.
Okay.
You fed me to Jillian, knowing she had 1 foot stuck in the poorhouse. You set me up.
And did you balk? Did you tell the truth? Did you come clean about the laveries of Lexington?
Oh, like I had a choice.
Being married to a beautiful, albeit broke princess is a lot better than being sent to jail and having a big hairy cellmate named Moose as your girlfriend.
Either way, I'm stuck in prison.
Okay, you told me Jillian had millions. All right, instead you saddled me with a wife I couldn't give a damn about. And for that, Liza Colby, for that, there is payback.
Where's the blasted elevator?
I just want to get one thing straight. You see Camille, you cross paths with her, walk away.
Your concern for her is quite touching.
I just don't want her to ruin her life.
By taking mine.
Adam, just give her some room.
Camille happens to be the daughter of one of the sweetest, kindest, most gentle women that ever walked the face of the earth. If Camille has half of Joy's kindness, I have nothing to worry about.
This is not fun, Stuart. Why have we stopped? What was that horrible jolt?
I don't know.
Aren't elevators supposed to move gracefully?
Like you?
Oh, yeah, sure. Uh-oh. Oh, dear. Oh, Stuart, even in times of duress, you are such a sweet man.